What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? It's been a while since I made a video, like 2, 3 days. I my I've been my job. No, we're gonna have a 4-day weekend this week, so I've been doing a lot of overtime and 12-hour shifts. They rocking my ass right now. It's almost over though. I'm pretty tired right now, but I'm gonna get right now. First of all, like and subscribe if you like the video or whatever, whatnot. Shout out to all my subscribers, the family, my Facebook family, the fam. Shout out to them. Big ups to them, man. My Twitter followers. It is what it is. Big ups to y'all. Big ups to everybody, and congratulations to everybody who's been winning. And if you ain't won, you're gonna get to it, man. Get to the money. Might have to switch up your style of betting or whatever you have to do. Just do it. Maybe you have to do some live. I've been doing some live betting lately, and getting back, doing some live betting. I'm at work most of the time when the games are on, so I ain't got no choice. But anyway, I just want to touch on the slate real fast. If I could do this shit really, really fast and get it on out the way. Just a couple tidbits, so starting off with the first game right here. Keep an eye on the injury news. We know LaMelo Ball is out. The Charlotte versus Washington. We got a total of the over-under is 228. Charlotte Hornets the favorites. Keep an eye out for Bradley Beal news. This is a back-to-back, so Bradley Beal didn't play last game. He's questionable right now. But you never know if he plays. And then you know how these NBA players have been in management. They somebody like Westbrook, he might play. He might not play, or Bradley Beal might play, or Westbrook might play. It's a possibility both of them don't play. Both of them do play. So, it is what it is with that situation right there. But monitor that situation. This is a pace-up game for Charlotte. So, on the Charlotte side of things, Malik Monk didn't play that game against Phoenix. He's questionable. So, he's somebody who comes in off the bench, a microwave, you know what I'm saying? He comes in and shoots. He shoots. So keep that in mind when you're doing same game parlays and things like that, because this is one of my, if not my favorite game for same game parlay. So it's a pace-up matchup for the Hornets. 9 times out of 10, Malik Monk will not be in the player pool for same game parlays, but keep in mind his usage is pretty high. He comes in off the bench, 17 attempts, 10 attempts, 15 attempts. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the absence of LaMelo Ball, he's been getting elevated minutes, 26, 24, and 27. But keep that in mind when you're playing. The rest of the usual suspects for Charlotte, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington played 44 minutes, and that motherfucker did not get a bucket. But you gotta have a short memory in DFS and sports betting, man. You gotta have a short memory. Devontae Graham, he has elevated usage right now, stepping into the starting lineup. So keep your eye on him. He played 39 minutes last game. So, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, he's somebody who's up and down, you know what I'm saying? But, you never know what you'll get from him. He'll give you a 15, he'll give you a 9, he'll give you 30, he'll give you 40, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Nobody has really established their name as the number one option on this team. That's what really, really, really scares me about this squad. But the usual suspects do play 35, plus minutes if they have to. And, in guys like Graham, Washington, Hayward, Gordon Hayward, and Terry Rozier. Moving on over to Philly and Denver. There's not much to say here as far as the injury report. One thing is keep an eye out on Dwight Howard. He's not in a player pool right now for same game parlays, but he might be in a player pool later on. He's been ejected in 2 straight games on some clown shit, okay? So he need to fucking get it together. Joker is in a good spot no matter if Dwight Howard has to get in foul trouble or something like that, or he doesn't get added to the player pool, they'll have somebody like Mike Scott on the Joker. So he's in a smash spot. But this team has gotten a little bit more deeper with the addition of Aaron Gordon. So keep your eye out on that situation right there. Okay. Aaron Gordon, he played his first game last game, 21 minutes, 19 and a half fantasy points. He had 13 real points. 6 and 9 for the field, did not take 10 attempts. He'll be taking the usage away from the guys like Porter and Will Barton. So on top of guys that come off the bench like Millsap and what's my boy name? Jermichael Green. And JaVale McGee did not see any playing time. He did not jump in the rotation last game. And this game here, like with Jamal Murray, Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Will Barton, the usage is just going to be spread around. You know what I'm saying? I know like Jamal Murray and Joker would be number 1 and number 2 options on the team. Then these 3 guys are taking another hit. These 2 guys, Barton and Porter, taking another hit with Aaron Gordon in the mix. And as far as the Philly side of things, Ben Simmons is just somebody that you just can't trust. He's been like that all season, just up and down. And, you know what I'm saying, he just really, in the main categories we really want to lean on him, we can't trust him. Like, he's just been shitting on us with the 2 assists, the 4-4, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that is irritating, all right? Moving along, Tobias Harris has been as consistent as, anyone in the league, so the usage is there for him always. We know where the usage is coming from these guys. I think this is Seth Curry's 2nd or 3rd game back. Yeah, his 2nd game back from an 8-day absence from the team. So, he's in play. Danny Green has been playing some good ball, the 3 points have been there for him, 5, 8, 3, 3, 4, 6, you know what I'm saying? But he's really, outside of peripherals, I can't trust him in peripherals, but he's really scoring dependent, especially 3-point dependent. If the shot is not falling, he can give you something like a 3, you know what I'm saying? Just like a low floor, you know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind, all right? He has a 3 here, a 3 there, a 3 there, a 9, 9, and 6, But he just got on fire in his last 6 games for his standards. Shake Milton, he's somebody who comes in off the bench. He's really, 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 he gets hot, you know what I'm saying? So he's a shooter, he's a scorer, you know what I'm saying? So going up against this Denver team, and he can put up points in the limited minutes, at least double figures. The last 3 games, he only played 20 minutes, no more than 22 minutes, but he had double figures in each game. Doesn't hit a lot of threes. He gets buckets, okay? All right. Move on over to this little Orlando Clippers game. Same situation like Charlotte, and the Clippers are notorious for this. Paul George missed the last game last night against Paul Paul George missed the game last night against who the fuck did they play? Milwaukee. The Clippers end up pulling it out. This is the second game of a back-to-back. There's a possibility that Paul George don't play. It's a possibility that he does play. It's a possibility that Kawhi Leonard might sit out and Paul George might play. It's a possibility that Kawhi Leonard plays and Paul George play. So it's a lot of scenarios, okay? So keep that in mind when you doing these same game parlays. You might just want to get your thoughts together and wait till the news come out. You know, Ivica Zubac is, you know, the last two games he didn't score in double digits. Okay, but you know he gets rebounds. He has good hands. The minutes, they're up and down. They fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? It's a good matchup for him, but you know it is what it is. In the event that any one of these guys, Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, misses, then you got a guy like Reggie Jackson, who steps up to the plate each and every time. He loves to see any one of those guys out, and then that's when his shot attempts go up. You know what I'm saying? His usage goes up. So he's a viable option, especially in this matchup. You know. If those guys, one of those guys, or any one of those guys be out, well, preferably if both of those guys end up being out, or like one of them, you can look to somebody like Terrence Mann, especially if he pop up in that player pool. I'm quite sure the books are hip to his game, but here's a guy who can score. He's a scorer, okay? So keep an eye out for Terrence Mann if he happens to pop up on the injury report. You know they lost Lou Will, so he's probably looking to fill that role. And then you got Morris. He'll also be a beneficiary in this situation. He's still getting close to. He's still getting double-digit shot attempts, and no matter who's in and who's out, he took Batum's spot in the starting lineup. You know how the Twins are. He shoots the three. He shoots the three better than his brother Markeith. 4, 3, 5, 5, 3. 1, 2. He shoots the three. Especially since he's been in starting rotation, he's really helping stretch the floor. So 25, 13, 20, 19, 13, 11, 14. He's been nice while in the starting lineup. Rondo is still out, or he's questionable. I'd imagine he'd be out. So that's something to look at. But if he's in, then temper your expectations and know what that means. On the Orlando side of things, the best time to target these guys were the first game that they played without the new additions of Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter, and who else did they add? R.J. Hampton. So now this added a little depth to that team. The odds will probably still be good, but you just keep in mind that Terrence Ross is questionable. I think he's probable, so he might end up playing. And y'all know what Terrence Ross does. He comes in and he chunks it up. There's going to be nobody there. Last game he played was on the 14th. Okay, so even with Vooch and everybody else around, but there was some injuries around that time too. But he will take 20 shots, and if he's healthy tonight and he plays, he's going to take the shots. Okay. And he has upside if he's hot. Now, he can be taking those shots, and he can be cold, too. But you see 31 points there, 28, 18 points there, 17, 19 attempts. So, it is what it is when you get to that situation, all right? So keep an eye. He's going to take usage away from guys from the whole damn team. So Dwayne Bacon and all that, you're going to have to temper your expectations. Okiki, they want Okiki to be great, okay? He shoots the three. His last 3 games, he hit three threes or better at a very nice clip, over 50%, 50% or better. He's a good source for some points. So you know what I'm saying. If you catch him out there on the parlays, then he's a go. But you got Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter, and like I said, R.J. Hampton. They're in the mix. So the team is they got bodies, okay, and so last game. Excuse me, guys. Last game, Michael Carter Williams got injured. So he really ruined some money for me, man. So keep an eye on his status. I imagine he's good to go. Atlanta and Phoenix. Okay, Atlanta and Phoenix. This here is one of those games right here. Important information you need to look out for is DeAndre Hunter, okay? Lou Lemon Pepper Williams, he's questionable. He might be playing, he might not, all right? So keep an eye on that. But this is a big piece right here, DeAndre Hunter. I'd imagine he's playing tonight. Okay? They'll need him, they got Booker out there and stuff like that. But this team, they has a nice amount of bodies, all right? So they have some talent. They need to get it together. Now you got Trae Young. This game, all systems are go on this game right here. Don't be surprised. What's this total? It's over under 220, all right? Don't be surprised if Atlanta sneak up. And this is my upset pick right here. I'll be betting on Atlanta. So don't be surprised if they come out and squeak this one out, all right? On the Phoenix, important information for the Phoenix Suns is, let's see. They played a lot of games. They've been playing a lot of games. So let's keep in mind, they play tomorrow, all right? So they played 23 from the 23rd, 20. Damn. 18th, the 19th, the 21st, the 23rd, the 24th, 26th, the 28th. And I always look ahead at things. They play my Chicago Bulls tomorrow. So they've been playing a lot of games, all right? They've been playing a lot of games. Devin Booker can score with the best of them. We already know what that deal do. You know what I'm saying? So this is a decent game right here for same game parlays as well. You know where the usage is going to come from on both teams. We got some good rebounders in Clint Capella and DeAndre Ayton. It's just going to be a fest. Bogdanovich, he gets the usage. It's a lot of people that's getting minutes over here in Atlanta. They just need to put it together. So there's a lot of bodies, you know what I'm saying? And they really need this guy right here, DeAndre Hunter, defensively especially. And that'll just about do it, guys. I just want to give you guys a little insight of what to look out for tonight. Now, like I said, my favorite game probably is going to be this Charlotte Hornets and Washington Wizards. Pace-up matchup. My favorite game for same game parlays. It's a pace-up matchup for Charlotte. So, So it looks like, where's my Twitter? Let me pull up my Twitter. Let me see what we got going on here. If we got any news, Raw Nito, questionable. Ronito, questionable. Bradley Beal, questionable. So let me look at Fantasy Labs NBA. This is what you guys need. This is what you need, who you need to be following, okay? Bradley Beal is questionable. Patrick McCall's out for Wednesday. Brimmer's out for Wednesday. They're giving you news on Wednesday. I need to see how many games is tomorrow. Okay. All right. Well, you need to be locked into them. You need to be following them. And you need to be hitting, turn on the notifications for these guys right here. All right. But yeah, for same game parlays. Matter of fact, come back to the channel and check the comments. I'll pin my same game parlay right here for you guys. But you guys been watching, and everybody should know by now what these players and things they're capable of. The big thing right now is knowing these pivots and who to go to. This is the first game on the slate, so we don't have to probably get your thoughts together. All right, you know what I'm saying? Get your thoughts together. Anything can happen in this game. Any one of these guys right here can pop off in this game, okay? Anyone, anyone. Everybody's in a good spot, especially these Hornets. If you want to, try to run you up something like a PJ Washington for 10, and then I wouldn't even go to Alex Lynn. If you want to try a Gordon Hayward for a 15, if you want to try you gotta be precise though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be precise with this. A Rozier for what? If you don't go for Rozier for 20, I probably wouldn't even take him at this, at all at this 15. But he's gonna, maybe you can, whatever. Why not? You might want a Rui for a 15. You might want to. You might want to take Hayward for all these guys. This 20-point range, Rozier, Hayward, even Graham, they and Hachimura. But I probably wouldn't bet that 20 for Hachimura. But those guys do have 20-point upside. Okay. So like I said, check back, and I'll give you guys one of my same game parlays. So. Everybody on my platforms, man, social media platforms, I can't thank you guys enough, man. I appreciate the support. Let's get back to our winning ways. Peace out.